Not to be confused with a book by the same name wherein somebody is going for the last slice of pizza or for shotgun, only to be reminded that a child called it.
Can I come out of the closet now, Dad?
Get back in your closet, Billy. I'm recording a video. Anyways, this story follows a boy by the name of Dave. One day his mom is an ideal caregiver, the next she is a complete nightmare. Why, seemingly overnight, she transforms into such a monster is one of quite a few things that never really got explained. The various forms of suffering she puts him through make basically the entire plot, and it's very gruesome. At one point I thought it couldn't get any worse when she shoves a dirty diaper in his face and made him eat it, but it did. It did indeed get worse, and his mom covers all the bases when it comes to torturing her son. If he doesn't clean the house in time, he doesn't eat. There are times where he goes days without eating. It's part of what makes this book so hard to stomach. I can handle reading about some poor kid getting slapped and beaten. However, going days without food on a regular basis and having to eat such gross bile irks me deep. The other unconventional forms of torture she uses get to me as well. The infamous stove scene being a notable example. At no point is it described why she is the sociopath that she is, and I think there's a good reason for that. No one really knows. We just don't have enough information in psychology to explain how or why someone would think like this. To my understanding, Dave has 3 siblings, none of which his mother abused. It is never explained why, and again I assume the author never got a definitive answer as to why. I speculate she would single him out to increase his suffering. After all, if she did it to 2 kids, or all of them, they'd all have someone to confide in for help. But by isolating him and only him, all his siblings and even his father just look through him like he's some kind of object. I would, however, like some explanation as to why Dave's father was such a pussy. He knew Dave was suffering, but was too much of a coward to ever do anything. By the end of it all, he leaves his family and Dave. He was the only one who ever helped Dave, and so to see him go, Dave knew it meant he had no one left to help him. The story isn't entirely bleak, however. It starts off at the end of the abuse where advisors at the school finally give him the help he needs and takes him away from his mother. This is a nice way to alleviate tension throughout the story because the reader can always go, well, at least he makes it out. I suppose when it's all said and done, I find myself wondering the same thing I wondered in the I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream review. What was really the point? Well, this book didn't change the world. At best, it raised a little bit of awareness regarding child abuse and maybe provided some relief to the writer, and I feel like that's enough. Not every book is going to change the world, give you a new perspective on life, and help you find Jesus, and it doesn't need to. Sometimes just passing time to the grave is enough, and anything else is just a bonus. Thanks for watching, and remember, I'll be making a book review every weekend until I die, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.